lot of different people's pages and YouTube channels, and it just looks wonderful, and I think it's going to make it really easy for me, especially right now while I'm pregnant, and then once we have our son. Hi, honey. It's just going to be easier for me to take care of our plants. Growing in something vertical that's just on our porch versus having to bend over and do the raised garden, which I'm still going to try and do, but this will just be a little easier for me. So anyway, I'm going to get it all put together here, and we went to the garden store and picked up some soil and some amendments. I'll talk about that in a little bit, but yeah, so I'm just gonna unbox it and put it together. I just think this is so sweet from the family from GreenStalk, since this little goodie bag. Thank you for a second. They sent me some seeds and some stickers. They have some mixed lettuce that would go really well in here. So I filled each of these up about halfway. Now the company, and I'll show you the little instructions that they sent in a little bit here, but it says to fill them up all of the way and then plant your stuff in it. Well, I want to add some amendments because that's what some other people recommended, so I went and got Espoma garden tome, and then I got some earthworm castings on my raised bed that's out past where my truck is. We have tons and tons and tons of worms in there, and so my raised bed garden gets all kinds of worm castings and has really healthy soil and it's really good. But because this is going to be a container, basically a container garden, it's not going to get the worms. You don't put worms in these like kind of containers, so I'm going to amend it with earthworm castings. Now eventually in the future I'll have my own kind of like mini worm farm that we're going to set up that'll do the compost and create worm castings and worm tea and all of that kind of stuff, so then I can amend my beds and amend the raised stuff with that. But for now I have to purchase it from the store, which is fine. Now another thing, and I know people were going to comment on it, the soil that I'm using in this GreenStalk is not what's recommended by the company, but this is what I have access to. It's only plants that I'm going to be feeding myself and my husband, and it's not any, I don't grow any of the plants that I sell at market in that soil. I use all organic coconut coir and like a fish kelp nutrient liquid fertilizer for everything that I sell. So everything that I sell is grown in organic, but that's what I had access to at the store we went to today to pick up soil for the GreenStalk planter, and so that's what I'm using. I feel comfortable with it. I know a lot of people don't feel comfortable with that brand, but I don't have an issue with it, and so for just me and my husband it's fine. But you get what you feel comfortable with. I know the company, the GreenStalk company, in their little instruction guide and on their website, they recommend, I think, like Fox Farm and some other ones. So just do your research and do what you feel comfortable with and what you want to use for your GreenStalk. So I filled these up halfway because I'm going to add these amendments and then I'll fill them the rest of the way. So let's go and do that. Okay, so now that I have the amendments in there, I'm just gonna fill them all the way to the top with the soil. So they should stack. I'm gonna that should be self-explanatory. They should pop right in. As you can see, fairly simple to set up. It does come with a lovely, beautifully done instructions here. Tells you, I mean, super simple steps how to set it up. There's tons of videos of people on YouTube setting theirs up. I did learn you can fill it to full. Especially the top one, because you want that top piece right here, that's the water reservoir, so you want it to sit in the top and kind of almost, it's like it kind of latches onto the top. And so I had the soil too high in that one, so I did take some out so it would sit better in there. And then I'm gonna end up filling it. I don't have a hose that reaches quite this far, so I'm gonna have to either bring one over or just bring a bucket. Probably not a bucket because I'm not allowed to lift things. I don't know if you caught my husband catching me carrying all these bags over to fill the planter, but yeah, I got in a little bit of trouble for that. So, because this baby, no one wants me to carry anything. It's our first one, so of course he's a little overprotective. That's totally fine. I love it. He's gonna make such a great dad. Anyway, but it comes with not only the instructions on how to set up the tiers, and then it does say fill them and then stack them. So I filled them, and then I had the little water basins. Do I have a picture of those? So it comes with these little water reservoir things that go in between each tier, and that's what's gonna, as you fill it from the top, it's gonna catch in that reservoir and then be able to release evenly throughout all of the tiers. It'll fill up each reservoir in each tier and then release slowly throughout the tiers, so it'll be even and it won't it helps prevent the nutrients from running from one tier down to the other. So the tiers themselves don't have holes, it's the reservoirs that when they get too full they drain down to the next one, and that way they each have the set amount of water and you don't lose any nutrients between tiers, which is good because I put in all kinds of nutrients. So anyway, I've got a little bit of a mess on the ground to clean up. I definitely spilled, and I am not gonna plant this today because baby is making me tired. I am in my 3rd trimester. I am just over 31 weeks. Just over 31 weeks. And so baby boy is gonna be here in a short, what, 7 to 12 weeks, sometime in there, 7 to 11 weeks, if he comes early or late. So due in February. Anyway, so yeah, I get tired easily again. That second trimester energy is plummeting. So I do what I can when I can. So today I wanted to build this, that way when my starts are big enough I can transplant them in here. We are in zone 9B here in the Central Valley of California in the Fresno area, and so it does not snow here at all. It does freeze, but it's not a hard freeze. So it was frosty this morning when I got up, but it thawed in a long time, and it was just the tops of the grass. So I can grow a lot of things throughout the winter months and not have to stop growing like some places. So I feel very fortunate to live here. So I'm going to have, I have some seeds that I started that I'm gonna bring inside so that they germinate and grow, and then I'll plant them out here in a few weeks, and I'll do another video on that when I transplant them. But I do have some Swiss chard and spinach that I'm gonna put in here. It is too cold for lettuce. I don't know if you can see, I do have my other tiered planter there with lettuce in it, and one of them did die from the frost. It was a little too chilly last night. Most of it's still doing okay, but one guy definitely got the chill and froze and was all mushy this morning when I woke up. So no lettuces in this yet, definitely this spring, so we can have lots of salads, because I will be needing to eat lots of things to keep my energy up. Baby's due in February, so gotta try and eat lots of healthy things. But I am gonna do some carrots they have in here. That's what I was gonna show you. In this little book, besides the really cute instructional, they have this little graphic of different ideas of plants that you can grow. It shows you how many, it shows you, this might be backwards, I'm not sure, but it shows you how many plants per pocket of the different varieties, and then they have the little symbol by the varieties of which planter. So I have, what I got was the leaf planter. There's the original planter and then the leaf planter. The leaf has 7 tiers, the original has 5. The leaf, the pockets are not as deep. So the original have deeper pockets, and so those are better for plants that have longer roots. The leaf they created so that you could grow more leafy type greens that have shorter root systems that don't need the big long pockets, and that way you can have grow more plants in one tier. So I think this has what, like 40, I'm not gonna say it because I'm gonna quote it wrong, how many pockets it has. But anyway, so yeah, this cute little graphic. So I'm gonna grow some of these plants, definitely some, they say root vegetables. So I'm gonna do like the smaller carrots, the ones, not the super long ones obviously, but any of the shorter carrots, some beets. I'm gonna do radishes. It has lettuce here, but it's too cold for lettuce in this area to start any, so I will do tons of lettuce in the spring, but right now I am gonna do spinach because the spinach will be fine. You can also do peas, sweet peas. Now I don't really want to do sweet peas in here, snap peas, because we only like the sugar snap peas, not the shelling peas, and they like to make, like, they grow up in a vine, and that's great. But I have my entire raised bed that has trellises on it that I'm gonna do all my sugar snap peas, which I actually just saw some popping out of the ground. So we're definitely gonna have lots of sugar snap peas come this spring. I'm very excited about that. But so yeah, I've got lots of plants coming, and I'm very excited, and I will do another video when I plant. So thank you guys for joining me, and I hope this encourages you to grow something, that anyone can grow something, even when you're like have no energy and have a growing baby, you can still grow something. Again, this is to prevent me from having to bend over all the time. I can just water it right from the top and not worry about it. It's a low maintenance thing. It's going to be super simple, super easy for me, so I don't have to bend over and dig stuff. Everything, just plant right in the pockets. This is really great for like people who are in apartments or have a small yard or have dogs that would try and dig up the garden. This is really, really great for those kind of people, or just anyone that doesn't want to have a big raised bed or an in-ground garden. You can still grow in containers with a really good system. It's really great for people who aren't the best at even watering. I hope I'm gonna enjoy it. I'm really excited about it. So after I'll do a video where I plant in it, and then in a few months I'll do a video of a review of how much I like it. But I'm excited. I'm excited for everything that I'm going to grow in it, and I hope this gets you excited too, and I hope that you learn that you can grow something, and that you do, and that you get your hands dirty, and that it might not be pretty, but I mean, I got dirty nails for days, and I love it. So I'm going to go get cleaned up, and I'm going to go take a nap. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you guys next time.